Last we left off, inside Sasha's home, Arsis found a note stowed from Sasha inside the tea jar that said, "I'm still in here. I can't do anything that it don't want me to do. Help me." And Herc tried to cure her the same way that he had others in the past, but the magic couldn't take root, and the disease still remained. Afterwards, you all formulated a plan to distract the townsfolk while Arsis and Sammy went on a recon mission to the emissary of balance on the south end of town. Herc wrestled the town blacksmith, Thrain. As the match went on, Herc was just about to get pinned before Rin cast dissonant whispers and rendered Thrain unconscious, leaving Herc to think that his headbutt was the final blow that took the dwarf down. While all of this was going on, Sammy was infiltrating the emissary of balance, where he saw Merrick retrieving something from an ornate box that he had seen before and stowing the contents into his sleeve before departing the building. As he left, you could hear chanting from the townsfolk inside, sounding very ominous. Sammy was able to sneak in and retrieve the box that Merrick had stashed, but upon attempting to open it, set off the arcane ward that was protecting it, alerting the congregation. Arsis was able to follow Merrick at a distance and followed him to one of the mines that contained the town's mushrooms, only to find herself impeded by the bearded boars to stand guard as she attempted to open the door. Realizing that there was no clear path forward, she returned to Sammy and you all regrouped in the town square. Herc was praying to the statue of Timora after realizing that he had been infected, celebrating the victory of the wrestling match. And Sammy almost infected the rest of the group by pulling out the pillow and the mysterious box that he had stolen, but Herc was able to stop him. We ended the session with the majority of you settling down for a long rest in Sammy's bare dwellings, while Arsis chose to sleep out in the woods, far away from town. Arsis, as you finally settle down for the night, getting settled for sleep, you can't help but do one final look, checking your surroundings, checking the perimeter. Realizing, even with all the distractions going on, that this is a familiar place to you. Probably why you came here, secluded enough away from town, tucked behind some brush, some thick bramble that would obscure you from any people that were to come wandering into the night. But also a familiar place for another reason. And as you're looking out and recalling the memories, you see what appear to be a group of fireflies, wisps of natural light congregating in the distance, swirling, making their way towards you, growing even bigger. It's starting to even become alarming. This is the first time you've ever seen anything like this. Until finally, still probably about 100 feet away, they materialize into a ball of light that falls to the ground. And from that, a small, what you can see now, red dragon, familiar to you, still lurking at a distance, but making itself visible to you.
Oh, hey there. I'll
No,
reach into my pack and grab out any rations that I have and toss one to it.
cocks its head looking at you, cautiously approaches, takes the ration, and immediately kind of scampers up. You can still barely just hear the footfalls of this small dragon coming up towards you. You can see that it feels a little more comfortable having seen you multiple times before.
Oh, come on, fella. You know that we're friends. I'll never hurt you.
You can sense that it understands your words, that it does feel relaxed. In fact, you almost get the feeling that it's going to stay up, sort of protect you while you sleep. You can see it kind of looking at you and then looking out into the distance and doing a little circle around the encampment and then kind of nudging your head back towards the ground, and then going out and patrolling, wanting you to feel
Oh,
comfortable.
that's mighty kind of you.
It lets out a little coo. You fall asleep.
It has been a long day. Could really use a friend.
Come and nestles up next to you, but it still trains its eyes out into the distance, and you can see them kind of glowing softly into the night.
Do you have a name? I'll say in Draconic.
I was not prepared. One moment.
Scaramouche. Fandango. Pusrada.
You hear, my name would be too long to pronounce.
Ignore that.
Difficult. But you can just call me Ardu.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Ardu. I'm Arsis. Wait, you could talk? I've been able to talk this whole time?
It's not physically moving its mouth. It's more of a telepathic link that you have with this beast.
I'll say it out loud.
Only once we formed a sort of bond. You can sleep
Well-
now. I will protect you.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Ardu. I do hope you're still here in the morning and I'm not dreaming this.
I will be here whenever you need me.
I'll settle in and go to sleep.
And as you all actually back at Sammy's place decided to go sans lookout, right? Just raw dog in the night. Right? That's what I thought I remembered. Okay.
Yeah, didn't.
Yep, because I think somebody posted up on the board to wake somebody up, but I was like, yeah, fuck it. My place is pretty good. I ain't gonna worry about it.
Everybody told me that I could sleep through the night and wouldn't have to take watch and that they'd take care of it. So, and I trust my comrades.
That's your first mistake.
Okay. The night goes by without anything that you're aware of. But you arise in the morning, gaining the benefit of a long rest. And a level up. You should all be level 3 at this point if you're not already.
Yep. Just as as you all are rising, you can see like Riker, he's asleep, but he's like playing with something in his dream. And immediately, just like when he wakes up, he shoots up. He's like, wait a second, it's obvious. It's been so obvious this entire time. He goes into his
okay.
bag of holding, and takes out that like that like pyramid shape that he's been tinkering with, and he's like, so obviously this entire time, the blue wire to the black to the orange, orange to white, white does nothing. Why didn't I think of this earlier? And a few minutes go by of him just like doing some like tinkering, and all of a sudden you see this pyramid shape with like the spider legs like come kind of like rise up and stand, and he's like, and just Riker's like looking at it like, guys.
Yes.
What the fuck?
I think I did it.
What did you do?
Wait, hold
And
on.
he
And
looks up
Riker
from
like
his
backs
book.
up. He like flips something on his mask, and he's like, okay, watch that. And he commands it to move, and it like goes like back and forth. And he's like, I finally got it to move. Wait, hold on. He flips another switch, and you can see like one of the parts of like the pyramid like open up, and you see like a cannon head kind of like come out. Guys, I actually did it. I didn't think I'd be able to do it.
You came up with the antidote. You can kill them all.
Oh no, this is more important. This, I have been working on this for so long, and the wiring just made no sense, but just it does now, and it works.
Well, I'm so happy for you. That's great.
Oh, I need to test this out at some point. Need to go through all the schematics. Need to make sure it's all working. Finally.
And it's a cannon, right?
Well, it can be a cannon or a flamethrower, or it gives out an aura of protection, depending on what I'm looking for in the situation. But this one is the cannon.
I was gonna say I could see some use for that.
Oh my god. I just can't believe I got this to work.
I told you
Well,
to
I'm
keep at it.
very
We'll
happy
get it
for
in
you,
time.
then.
I can already imagine the modifications I can make to it. It's gonna be beautiful. Sorry, what were we? Sorry, where are we? What were we talking about?
I think we were just waking up.
Anything go
How do
bump
we
in the
want to-
night?
I mean,
I was never woken up from my shift.
Yeah, wait, what time is it anyway?
Without drawing any sort of blinds or anything, it would be difficult to tell from inside of Sammy's place.
I'm going
Sammy?
to. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna cast detect disease and look at myself.
Okay.
How am I doing, John?
It's not good. Yeah, it's pretty well contaminated. Like, you can see like the aura of sickness throughout your entire like intestine tract, like all the way up. It is definitely taken a pretty solid hold.
Oh dear. I'm gonna try to clear it up.
Okay. 5 points of.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Tamora, I know that was a cheap shot that I did in the fight last night, but it was my chance. It was daring. I took it. Do I really deserve this? Please, help cleanse me of this.
As you say your prayer, and try to cleanse the disease, you can feel the fight. You can feel it trying to consume the magic as it's flowing through your body, trying to purge it. But eventually it does subside. Giving the understanding of thinking about how the others were contaminated that you were able to cleanse. Rin just happened to inhale a little bit, and she was able to go a whole day, whereas what's his nuts?
Arthur.
Arthur Stone probably had it on his hands, probably contaminated his food as he was eating, ingested it. You can now sense that after you drank yours last night, that whatever this is, the stomach has to be like a perfect breeding ground for this infestation to grow and spread. And
Need more
had you
probiotics.
had you not cleansed it so shortly after having been infected, I mean, you're just talking about maybe 8 hours after being infected, you probably wouldn't have been able to. But you're disease free.
I did it.
Okay, that works too.
Oh, did you also invent something, Mr. Herc?
Practically as impressive, Mr. Riker. Healed myself.
About what time of
just
morning
in the
is
nick
this,
of
you think?
time.
We're about to find out, I
First
think.
thing, probably.
Yeah.
I'd probably peel back the what I use for a curtain, which is probably like an old piece of beat up leather that I nailed to the wall, and just kind of pull it back a little bit just to see.
It's still relatively early in the morning. As you peer out, you can still see kind of the shadows being casted on the trees behind the house, cascading very longly, showing that the sun must just be barely over the horizon.
Early. Still early.
All right. I'll probably get up at the crack of dawn too.
Wait, Mr. Herc, you healed yourself? How'd you do that?
Lord Tamora to help.
Same way he did me.
Oh, right.
And Thaddeus as well. Seems it really takes a hold if it gets in your gut, you know.
I'll have to make note of that.
But you got to it in time and it's all okay now.
Yes.
Look,
Can't say the same for the rest of the
burning
town.
now, so
Hmm?
and we probably should get a move on at this point.
To where?
Well,
Maybe we should start by finding Miss Arsis. I mean,
Yeah, I definitely want to wait for Arsis before we make a plan.
Where did she say she was going again?
Aunt's house.
Oh dear.
Hoping she comes back soon.
Oh, I don't know where you all are.
Yeah, I was about to say, Arsis has no idea
yeah.
where you
Oh,
guys
man.
live because she took off and didn't find out.
Correct.
So, speaking of which, Arsis, where would you go now that you've woken up?
So I woke up and Ardu, I'm assuming, is still there.
As you wake up, you look right next to you where Ardu was at. They are not there. But as you sit up, alert, and kind of peer around, you eventually see Ardu wander out from behind nearby brush. Still there.
So it wasn't a dream. You gonna help me?
Just kind of a nod and a, what can I do?
I don't know yet. What can you do?
Well, I can manifest any form that you need at the moment. You just have to make sure you think about it whenever you summon me. And in the moment, breathes a little puff of fire.
That's amazing.
can-
That's gonna be super helpful. Fighting some scary mushroom cult thing. We could definitely use all the help we can get, especially fire help. I think having you wander around the village might set off some alarms. How big is the dragon? About the size of a cat?
What does it say in your let me look at your features. Drake companion.
It just says Drake Companion stat block. And whenever you summon the Drake, you choose the damage type listed. You can also determine cosmetic characteristics of the Drake, such as its color, scales, textures, and visual effects, the Tronic essence.
Small.
Okay.
How small is small? So, I don't know, probably about the size of a mastiff, I would say.
Oof.
Right? What's a... Or maybe a beagle?
Beagles are
Yeah.
definitely smaller than Mastiffs.
Yeah,
so 40
definitely.
pounds.
Yeah, we'll just say it's about the size of a beagle for right now. And it can just grow really fast if we need to alter it.
Oh, it'll grow later, but not right now. Oh, all right. Kind of big to hide, but I think people in town would panic. Is there any place you could kind of wait? I mean, how do I communicate with you? This is all so new.
I am deeply in tune with the surrounding nature. Speak into the wind, even, and I can hear. I can disappear if you need me to. Is that what you would
Alright.
like?
No, but I think it's wise. I think people would be upset if they saw something look like you walking around town, even as glorious as you look. All
It's
right,
very
Ardu.
kind.
I'll call you if I need you. Just wait here, okay?
I can do that.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to the others that are involved. Make sure Herc's okay. He's pretty panicked last night. Actually, Ardu, could you do me a quick favor?
Anything you need.
So my house, the one I grew up in, I don't know if you know which one it is, but it's just the first house on the outskirt of town's that way. My Aunt Sasha, she's real sick. would you kind of keep an eye on her, but stay out of sight so she doesn't know you're watching her? Can you let me know if there's any weirdness or she gets hurt or something?
I'll do my best.
That's all we can ask. I'll be back as soon as I can to get you, okay?
You don't have to come back here. Just call for me and I'll be there.
That's mighty handy. All right. Okay. You want some more food? Good?
I do not require the same sustenance that you do. I will manage. Thank you.
Alright. Thank you for watching over me last night. That made me sleep super well. Appreciate it. And then I will head over to the center of town.
Alrighty. As you make your way to the town square, you see everybody appears to be going about their normal day. You see some of the members of the Emissary of Balance kind of out in the same general area that they were before when they were holding their peddling of the tinctures to the rest of the townsfolk. Not Calliope or Merrick, one of the other folks. But they're kind of out there just congregating around the large oak tree in the center of town, handing out any vials to anybody for the same cost as it was last time, 2 copper. And you still see people coming up and purchasing more.
I'll just be lookout for the group.
The rest of you. You said that you planned on going to the inn?
Is the inn the
Sounds like it.
bar?
Yeah.
Is the inn the same place that... Okay.
Yeah, the Shining Jackdaw. The same place that you were infected. Do you have any reservations about that, Herc?
How well do you know this town, Sammy?
Well, I mean, I'm just passing through for the most part. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
We find the stables. The horses aren't infected. Maybe we can make a quick getaway. Normally, I would not abide stealing the property of someone else, but I think in this case, the townspeople...
I think looking out for our interests is not exactly an ignoble thing.
Especially since our interests are noble. We're going to find a way to stop this fungus. Mark my words.
Precisely.
Glad we're on the same page.
Of course. Hey, look, we got to look out for each other, and you know, we got to look out for them as well, right?
Right, so the stables, you know where they are?
I'm assuming I know where the stables are in this little town then, John, right?
Where
Yeah.
we can find some horses.
It's attached to the trading coster.
Yeah. Maybe you can put your little seeing eyes to the horses, make sure that, well, check if they're not infected too. You know.
Yes?
And just kind of keep an eye out, see who is and isn't, and go from there.
For the record, it'll
I don't
definitely
know who we
take
can trust.
more than 10 minutes by the time you first cast the detect.
Yep, I've already wasted one.
Okay. This is going to be really interesting as this goes on, how many spell slots you guys are going to be willing to contribute towards constantly monitoring this.
This
You know,
is a
stopping
scary
by-
town.
Stopping by the trading coster might not be a bad idea. I am supposed to work there. We could get an assignment in order to get out of here without it seeming suspicious.
You're supposed to work at the trading coaster?
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Oh. Well, congratulations. Also unfortunate that the town that you got assigned to happens to be turning into...
Well, it's just a company. It's hard
At
to
this
say where I
point,
was
can I, like,
supposed to end up.
find them?
Yeah, would we have like started walking towards the inn? I
Yeah.
assume.
Yeah, I would have. I mean, if I was waiting for you guys to say whether or not you were going to the inn or to the stables
I wanted
to
to know where
say
the
whether or
stables
not
were
you.
first. Once we figured that out,
You want to? Okay,
we
so you
can
want to
head
see
out.
the stables,
Just in
and
case
then
we
can
get
go to the-
ambushed, and then we have a place to go to try to.
Okay.
Stables are on the north end of town where you guys first came in. Where basically Thaddeus had dropped you off, and you guys
And were we
wandered
This
staying
in.
on the
area right
south
here that we're
end?
pinging the shit out of.
Up here is essentially where the stables are. This is like this build. Can you guys see that ping?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. Yep.
And then right here's the Shining Jackdaw.
Yep, right there's the Shining Jackdaw,
And then where
you
was
guys.
Sammy's house was like over here.
Roll 20.
Yeah, Sammy's house is on east off screen.
Ah. So they'd even to get to the stables, they'd have to cut through the center of town.
Yes.
Probably.
So yeah, is if you guys leave and you're talking as you're walking, Arsis, who's actively keeping an eye out for you, has a high enough perception that if you guys aren't stealthing, she'd be able to see you. You know, the group of four of you, especially Herc, the
I just want to know if
hulking
I heard that
half-orc
comment
hurricane.
from her.
Oh, what comment from Herc? What did he say?
The I'm sorry you got stuck in this shithole comment.
Oh,
I
I'll
assume it was more about the fungus.
yeah, I'll say probably not. But you eventually see them wandering around the corner, headed back up towards the trading coaster. You're able to rejoin the group
where
if
you
you'd
all
like.
going?
Oh, sis! Thank
Hurt.
goodness.
I cast the spell. It's 2 spell slots gone.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, it seems that you've not been taken over as well. Well done.
No, I believe I'm okay. Had a weird interaction with Sasha and ended up sleeping outside of town last night.
Yes, I bet that most of us had nightmares about your aunt shoving cookies down your throat.
You don't.
Right.
Oh,
They're
but
all
she's
worried
actually
about
real
you.
nice. I mean, if she was in her right mind, she would have been real pleasant to you.
Sure.
But we probably shouldn't talk about this right here in the middle of town. Those guys over there.
We were just on a stroll to the north end of town if you want to join us, Arsis.
Yeah, I could definitely show you around. There's not a whole lot up there,
Perfect.
so yeah.
That's okay.
And then I'll join the group.
Trying to get away so that we can have a conspiratorial discussion.
That's a good idea,
How to
Hart.
stop this.
But we should be.
Yes, that's why I'm whispering.
Which is a new feature. Is that something you picked up last night?
Well, no.
You've always been
What
able
a
to
good
whisper?
day it is. Good to see you, Arsis. Hope you rested well. Just
Very
walking
well.
Rin up to the trading coaster to see her off to her new assignment.
I see, I
Lord.
see.
Thaddeus, and we've got to... And your boss at the inn. I don't know if
Coglin.
he's... Hmm.
I gotta let him know I'm not gonna be in for my shift today.
Ooh. Yes. Well,
So
you want to
let's
do that
swing
first.
by the Jackdaw. Let me talk to Coglin real fast so he doesn't get his panties in a twist and come looking for me. And then we'll swing by to the trading coaster. That sounds like a great plan. Settle Miss Rin.
Right.
Is that okay with everybody?
Just Riker's looking at his like invention, like, oh yeah, I'll. Sounds great.
Riker solved his problem last night.
Oh, Rocker
Oh,
had a
yes.
problem? Are
You
you
should say
okay?
congratulations.
Oh, I mean, no, I'm better than okay. Look at this, and I like set it on the ground and like command it to like move back and forth. I finally got it working. You see,
That ain't natural.
exactly. That's why it's so fantastic.
What's it do besides walk?
Well, I flip the switch. Oh wait, I'm like, wait, before I do that, I'm like, probably shouldn't do anything else out here in the open, but when we're away from everyone, I'll show you. It's really
Oh.
cool, trust me.
Powerful weapon arsenals.
Oh, it's too complicated for someone like me.
Like Riker like leans in, he's like, think like a cannon, but can walk.
Why do you need a cannon?
Because it's what I'm good at.
Oh.
Designs like this, it just kind of comes to me.
It's that awkward shoulder pat when someone doesn't understand your passion. Good, good. I'm glad that you're happy.
As you make your way inside of the Shining Jackdaw, the first thing that you notice is that it is absolutely packed. From the festivities last night, the amount of people that were in there drinking and celebrating the spectacle that they had just witnessed, it seems that the crowd never died down. Obviously, it did for Cogwin to close, but early morning, every single
Never this
table
busy.
is full. Yeah, you're never typically this busy. You might get a few, but most people have their own breakfast at home and then take off for their day's chores or their work and typically come towards the evening. But you can see Cogwin and Calliope working diligently. And as Cogwin sees you come in, oh, great, you're here. I need you to start right away.
Cogwin, I'm sorry. Sasha, she's not feeling well. I gotta go take care of some stuff. I won't be in today.
I
I
don't
think
know
my
where
spell should still be up. Is he infected?
he is not.
Calliope is.
Calliope is,
Basically,
and basically every single patron,
but not Cogwin.
but not Cogwin.
Interesting.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm so sorry, Cogwin. I know you guys are slammed, but unfortunately she's injured and I gotta go take care of things. I'm sorry. You know she's always been my priority.
I'm not cut out for this.
You're
more of the
in.
face. I come around and talk to people and then go sit in my office.
I'm sure I know lots of these patrons. Is there anybody who's probably like a 17, 18-year-old person of any gender that I might know in town?
I can cover for you, Arses.
No, Herc, I need you for some heavy lifting.
You see a younger boy, definitely probably around the 16 or so age, in there with their parents. Let me see if I have some names on deck. But you can continue with whatever you wanted to do unless you needed. Give me a second.
Yeah.
While you're looking that up, most of the people in here seem to be acting pretty normally then.
Yeah, going about just eating, drinking, talking amongst themselves. Their conversation as you give me a general perception check.
Yeah. Got a lot of perception. Oh wow.
Nice. Sorry.
Sorry, what was the name?
Um,
I think
it's Tommaso, but people just call him
Alright.
Tom.
Look at that. I see Tom. He's got nothing going on. He's a smart young boy. You could just have him. I bet he'll pick it up real fast. I'm real sorry. I gotta go, and I'll turn around and kind of push everybody out of the inn.
Arsis, wait. And he just kind of resigns, and you see Tom kind of look over at Cogwin, and he just kind of scoffs and goes back to working. Sammy, you pick up the conversation being extremely normal. Talking about what they're going to be doing later that day, talking about their chores, talking about their troubles that they're having at home with different animals, or their whether or not you hear people talking about the tinctures that they've been using and how they've already started to notice things happening with their crops for the good, for the better. But overall, the conversation seems normal.
two.
Alrighty, Arsa storms out of the Shining Jackdaw. I imagine all of you follow suit, correct? Headed off towards Maya and the trading coster, the Thousand Heads trading coster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As you make your way up through the northern portion of town, past the lumber yard that is already busy, you can hear the zzz of the saws milling down the large, basically.
They're mechanized?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, magic, dog.
I didn't think that this town was sophisticated enough to be able to pull something like that off.
Stop being
Damn.
classist, jazz hat.
They're Twin Peaks in.
Suzel's
Got a
got
big
80-foot
farm.
walls. It's got war wizards. It took a while for war wizards to get out to Weymouth. I draw some conclusions from that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but any successful company might spring for some magical
They're
components
big.
here.
They're big wood wizards, is what I'm hearing. That's what they specialize in.
Yep, big wood.
So big.
Lumberjacks out here.
How big?
It's the life for man.
Okay. You make it to the Thousand Head trading coster, and the first thing that you notice, Sammy, as well as Arsis would probably notice it too, having lived here, is that the main doors to the stables where typically the caravans come in and out of as they're unloading or loading their wares is closed. The double doors, the barn doors, are shut. That's extremely rare.
unusual.
Yeah.
They don't ever close the doors. That's super weird.
If you were to approach the front door even, you would see that the curtains are shut and the door seems locked.
They weren't. They weren't at the inn, were they? Asking in character because Riker has no idea who these people are.
Yeah. Sammy, given your perception check, you would notice that Maya wasn't there.
No, they weren't. They weren't there. That's very interesting. This is all locked up right now.
I mean, did we come early? Are we? Is it like off hours?
No, it
Today
should
Sunday?
be open. No.
I'll approach the front door and I'll give a couple of quick knocks. Just kind of listen for any sort of rummaging inside.
Give a perception check.
I get lucky twice in a row. Nope.
Yeah.
It's enough.
Got greedy.
It's not a super high DC. You hear very, very faintly as you knock the squeaking of wood on wood in the distance, further in the building. Small footsteps coming up, and then they stop. And then immediately you hear the unlocking of a deadbolt and the door opening up. What are you doing here?
Step back. Just checking on things, and well, we figured we'd just give a quick look-see over here. Why you all locked up? Ain't like it for your business to be all shuttered the way it is right now.
And then seeing Rin, she opens up the door a little further and then comes out and gives you a hug. Oh my gosh, you're not infected, are you?
No. Is this,
Who is she giving the
Ellie?
hug? Ren?
She's giving a hug to Rin, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
It is so good to see you.
Can,
For
can we
all-
come inside? Would that be okay if we came inside?
Are
and-
they infected?
No, we're all okay.
Last I checked, yeah, I'm all good.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead, come in. And as you scurry in, she locks the door behind you. And then kind
I would probably want to be the last one to come in so I can hand that off to her.
Oh, okay. Did you already drop off the dagger?
Yes, I already dropped that off.
Okay, I thought so from reading the notes. I just wanted to make sure. In your usual spot,
Yeah.
right? That's where you that's where you put it? Okay.
Correct, yes.
All right. Okay. Make a sleight of hand check. Okay. Pass anybody's passive perception. And as she takes the paper and stuffs it into her back pocket. I don't know what's going on with town, but something's not right. I can tell something's not right. The emissary of balance, they are not to be trusted.
We're of the same mind.
What do we even do? I feel like the entire town's enthralled with whatever they're selling, and they're starting to act funny. You can't even badmouth them without getting these weird glances.
Have any of them been violent?
Not that I've seen, but I've lived here for really 6-7 years, and I've never seen them like this before. It's normally a
I'll grab
pretty
her hands.
peaceful.
They got Sasha.
Oh, wow.
Cogwin seems to be fine, but it's most everyone else. I'll start to pace up and down the room.
Glad that
They do-
you didn't fall for this.
It's nice to have somebody we can trust.
You know,
Demands.
shuttering up everything up like this might lead to some suspicion.
I
but
only shut it down once Thaddeus came back and told me how other places are also being infected, and we haven't experienced anything like what he told me about the forest, at least that I'm aware of.
it's at the Amans. They've got the boars. Almost got gored yesterday.
I wonder if
Mines and boars.
that must be how it's infecting everybody. They must be using our minds, infecting the mushrooms, the food supply. Mushrooms are in almost every single dish. Hell, I think it's
Yeah.
even used for brewing some of our ale.
I'll
Oh,
look
Yeah.
over at Herc.
Can't be all mushrooms, though, can it? We had some stuffed mushrooms.
Mushrooms all the way down, buddy, in this town.
I was
Some
gonna
mushrooms
propose.
are good, some mushrooms are bad. Right?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the rule of thumb, Herc. You ought to know how to tell your mushrooms apart. Some of them were very poisonous.
Look, Maya, I don't know if you know. Is there any way that we can get into the caves without arousing any sort of suspicion?
well, I mean, they're not guarded.
The way that Arsus was talking, sounds like the Boars are dead set on letting nobody in there that well, they don't trust anymore.
Well, the boars are
Boars?
blind.
These ones were altered.
Maybe. I mean,
I mean, they
they
were
go
still
based on
blind, but-
sound and smell, of course.
Look, we've got a cannon, a flamethrower, and my sword. I think we can make quick work of a couple of boars, if that's your worry.
But that's not particularly my worry. I mean, so in our history, these boars were only used to protect the mushroom fields
From the Medusa.
Correct. And have they shown any sort of hostility towards people before?
No.
Okay.
No. No, typically, and I guess you haven't lived here forever, but Arsis would know. The boars are typically as friendly as almost like a house dog. Like,
I've never seen them act like this before.
super calm. A lot of times, they don't, like, they haven't even really had to deal with any sort of threat. The shrieker mushrooms that exist inside of the caves to help alert the bearded boars of threat haven't rung out in ages. Yeah. So the boars that are in there guarding the caves right now have never even known hostility or battle for how long it's been since the Medusa attack.
Is that entrance to the cave the only entrance, or
To that
Are there
one
other
Growing
particular.
up, would
that we might-
I would have played around there, I'm sure.
Yeah. To that particular cave, which is the largest, the one that saw the majority of the threats in the past, large stone walls were placed around the mouth of the entrance. Excuse me, with one point of entry specifically in case the boars were not able to fend it off. There was at least a way for the town's militia to man the parapets and rain down arrows or whatever they had to do to help protect the town, but basically keep everything inside of the mine. And any of the mines that are still in function for harvesting mushrooms are typically outfitted like that. Yeah.
So we can go from above, but there's no.
You can go directly in through the door. You can climb the ladders on the outside. There are ladders stationed on the outside to allow for people to climb up into like the parapets. Yeah, as far as like a side access tunnel that you could find and make your way into a weird side corridor, those have been purposely sealed in the past to prevent any threat of an outside attack. Or also any outsiders from going in and stealing their mushrooms.
Yeah.
Sammy, what do you think we're going to find in there?
Yes, what are you worried about?
Yeah,
Those-
I just want
Look.
to.
We're gonna find some hostile boars, is what we're gonna find.
Like I said, we have a cannon slash flamethrower and my sword.
And I could make it sleep.
And Rin can make
Well.
it sleep.
I think subtlety would be a better way to get in, just to kind of peek to see what Merrick might have put in that cave. Still very, very curious as to what he might have on hand still, though. We didn't see him in town, did we?
Not as we were walking through, no.
What are the chances that he's down in that cave still right now?
Well, I mean, if you want to get in subtly, maybe I could test out my new invention. It could cause a distraction while you sneak in. I don't think I need to be anywhere near it, so it would just be the cannon. I'm still coming up with a name, but it'll just be the cannon, and then while it's distracting the boars, one of you sneakier people can go right in.
The spider.
That's actually not bad. I'll think about that.
I mean, we could definitely go from top. We'd less likely be found by the boars if we climb the ladders from the outside.
I'd be fine with that too.
My, I wonder if you could mask your scent. You could. I've got a lot of horse manure in the barn. You could rub it all over yourselves. It's not going to be pleasant. But if the boars can't see and all they can do is smell and hear, you could take away one of their senses and potentially find yourself, I don't know, easier to get in.
Good idea. There's also some plants in the wild we could also.
Normally, I'm against the idea of soiling myself in such a certain way, but if I want to get a little deeper into the cave without being noticed, then I suppose that wouldn't be a terrible idea.
And we're looking for some kind of secret in this cave. Is that the idea? I don't see how this helps the people in town.
Well, if we can find the source, Herc, we might be able to stop the infection from growing. Maybe even get Mr. Riker here to find a cure.
Isn't it those bottles, though, in
Welcome.
town that everyone's drinking? Not to
Well,
mention the beer. Don't
That's
forget
how
the
they're
beer.
passing it around. That's not necessarily the source.
Yeah, the
But
boars.
how do
Well,
they get
and
it
if-
into the bottle, sir?
The boars might be protecting it for a reason, and if it's not the source, we could find a clue that leads us to the source eventually. I think it's at least worth a look.
We're on clue duty. Okay. Looking for clues. So subtlety would be the best approach to not give away our intentions. And I'm not one to cover myself in manure or nose.
And Riker, maybe not doing any sort of distraction, because if it's this hive mind idea, then the entire town could come running.
How far away is the cave from the rest of the town?
The cave is on the southern end of town. I don't know, probably about a football field's length away from the
so,
rest
like,
of
not
everything
that
else.
far.
Yeah, not that far.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe just. I guess if they're protecting it, fight might happen, but I leave that up to you. I'm not really good at subtlety or sneaking, but guess we can figure that out as we go.
Are we trying to save this town? Or are we just trying to figure something out?
Probably both.
I mean, this is my home. I would do anything to save it. People I love.
I'm sure maybe like one leads to like another. Like we find more clues out, and then we figure out how to save a town as a result.
I mean, and this stuff's already spread all the way out to Weymouth and maybe even Suzale.
Well, I mean, I guess the cave is at least worth a look. I mean, we could just scout, see what we're at least up against.
I
I'm
agree.
alright with that.
Should we bring along some, and I hate to say this, manure just in case, or?
Yeah.
We should.
Oh, I was hoping you would say no.
It's a good,
You can put on
solid
your mask.
idea.
Good
They
thing
are
I know
blind.
exactly where the
Nice knowing.
stables are.
Yeah, they're next door.
What were you saying, Rin?
Oh, I was going to suggest to Riker that he put some flowers in his mask so he doesn't have to smell the manure.
Oh, flowers in the mask. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could...
Yeah, but I mean, I still know that they're on me. That just creeps me out.
Sometimes
It's
you have
all
to get
right.
a little dirty.
We'll take a nice dip in the river, and then we'll be fine.
I guess I'll have to see how long I can hold my breath.
Well, how about this? I'll go get some newer, and we won't put it on us until we absolutely have to, because I think that
Well,
would draw
yeah.
attention as we head through town. Being covered in horse shit.
I don't know. I think this little place might just blend in a little bit more instead of just looking like a couple of outsiders.
They already know we're outsiders and uninfected.
And then you'll just be
Well.
the weirdo in horse shit.
Dirk himself, he hasn't exactly done anything to really hide his former infection. Maybe he can play the part of convincing everybody that maybe he's done something for us.
I mean, let's just not put on the horse manure unless we know we absolutely have to.
That was my point.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to put manure on yourself,
Oh, no,
Sammy,
I want
you're
to.
free to do so. But
That is the last thing that I want to do.
well, then
Um,
let's just bring it with then.
I'll bow to our hostess. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna go grab some for later, and I'll just go and get like a big bag from the barn, fill it with the horse shit.
Nice. Yeah, that totally you're able to do that. She has it like one of the stalls inside of the stables is where it kind of all gets shoveled, and you can see other small burlap sacks where it appears that she was probably or somebody else was probably bagging them to be able to sell to the people within the town for their gardens and things like that. You
Right.
can probably either just pull from the pile or pull from the bag, but you're able to find some.
I will
some
do
manure.
my best to pull that, and I'll go back into the store and be like, okay, ready when you are.
Riker like holds open his bag of holding. Just so I don't have to deal with the smell. Maybe you could put it in here.
Sure, absolutely. I'll shove it right in there.
Gotta hope that sun doesn't linger. And he closes the bag of holding.
Listen, if this doesn't work out, and I'm sorry to bring you all the way this way, but I don't recommend staying here. I'm probably gonna close up shop and head to Suzale, or I don't
It's
know.
already spreading.
Somebody's got to do something.
We're trying.
Have to petition to Queen Raedra if we have to.
I think that's a great idea.
Something. This is
But
more
you
than
getting
just.
up safe is definitely a priority.
Do you know anybody who can fight?
Do I?
Yeah.
I typically contract all my dirty work.
Well, the road's not safe. We ran into some of these mushroom creatures that taken over the animals, and we were attacked.
Oh, I'll be able to avoid that.
There's war wizards just in Waywood. Not too much of a further jaunt for them to come over this way.
Yeah, but what they'll end up doing is just destroying all the people in this town, and I'd really rather avoid that. I'm attached.
You think so? They would be able to cure it?
They're called war wizards for a reason. They're not really known for their medical.
Peacekeeping.
What's that?
They're not really known for the peace.
Yeah, that. Well,
All right, then. Let's
should
go
we
to the
get going?
cave. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Do we stop by the stables first to get some manure?
I've already done that, Herc.
Oh.
All right, I shoved it in the bag and got it ready.
I'm more less hurt.
You're more what?
Timora, bless her.
Alrighty.
Certainly not sooner.
Does anybody need a restroom break? You good? I'm good, but I'm just offering it because we're at roughly that halfway point.
I just took mine.
Oh, nice.
Are we?
Probably
Yeah.
like 5 minutes,
gonna
I guess.
grab some right quick.
Wouldn't hurt.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and take a
Sure.
quick fiver.
Let's take a fiver.
All right.
Yerby.
Before we get into some combat.
No combat.
right now.
Yeah, especially with how our growth.
Probably not now.
That's
Okay.
self-sabotage if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
As you all venture to the southern end of town, making your way towards the fortified mines where you know the mushrooms are harvested, and the last sighting of Merrick, who went in there last night. Town is bustling as normal. People minding their own business, wandering through. You get to the fortified stone walls. You see the ladders climbing up probably every 50 or so feet. The stone wall's about 30 foot tall. You also see the large wooden doors in the center kind of leading from the dirt trail back up into town and also further south away from town towards the rest of the mines. What do you do?
As we look around, is there anybody near us or around us at all?
Do we see any boars?
Not yet.
From the outside, you do not see any boars.
Okay.
Looking around, you see
People on the parapets.
no, this is not. The boars are the first line of defense, and typically, if people don't hear the shriekers or the boars, and kind of over time, the fewer and fewer people have actually worried about the mines themselves. A threat long since vanquished, but you see some people kind of tending to their yard at the nearby houses. By nearby, I mean a football field away. But this is still, 100 yards from the nearest place, which is the Emissary of Balance. You see people wandering into the Emissary of Balance, but nobody necessarily looking over in your direction.
Okay. Is there any like alleyways or private areas around these caves that we can like an alcove somewhere?
Um, So if we look at the walls that are kind of jutting out, um, probably 100 or so feet, and then making a large courtyard on the inside of these fortified walls that kind of nestle right into the mountains themselves that are right next to Minroe. Excuse me. You can go on, I guess, the far side wall that's on the southern end of town that's basically blocking from view from everybody else. To where I think you would be out of sight from anybody except for somebody that was venturing in from the mines from the south. But the road is long enough that you'd probably, and windy enough that you would probably be able to remain hidden from pretty much anybody.
Okay. So I'll lead everyone there, temporarily.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I got something to show you, but you can't scream, okay?
I only promise I'll try.
No, you really. I promise it won't hurt you.
Okay. Okay.
Don't scream, and then I'll be like, Ardu.
And from a nearby bush, rustling occurs, and quickly a medium-sized, dog-sized dragon, red, large, doughy eyes, comes hopping out from the bush and comes wandering over to Arsis.
Now, have we had any experience with dragons of the sort?
Probably the only one that has had any sort of I guess only two that would have any sort of experience with dragons would be maybe three. Anybody that was in Suzale the time of the attack. Riker, Herc, and Rin. where the purple dragon reborn was fought and vanquished by Raedra.
Hand goes to the rapier, and I look
No, no,
down
no, no,
this
no,
thing.
no, 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 no. This is Ardu. He's here to help.
Wait, Arsis, is Artie with you?
Yeah. We've been
That's so
friends for a
cool.
while.
Is this
This
a
is-
real
You're-
dragon?
Wait,
This is
you're
amazing.
friends with a dragon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's a real dragon. Maybe magical of some sort. I'm not familiar. But we've been friends for a while. Been seeing him around. He decided that he wanted to help.
That's so cool.
Oh, that's. And his parents, its parents must be nearby.
Arsis, you can hear Ardu say they can't. Rest assured, I was born from nature.
He's kind of a special dragon, Herc. Nature is his parent.
Oh, I'm familiar with the ways that nature produces things and the like. Don't need any kind of. Don't know how that makes him more special than.
He doesn't have any parents, Herc. But he's here to help us. First off, any updates from Sasha? Any weird activities? Anything she did that was out of ordinary?
You're the one who stayed at Sasha's last night.
No,
You hear
Ardu's been watching since I met up with
You're
you guys.
talking to the dragon.
Yes.
Wait, you're talking to the dragon?
Yes.
Hold on. Riker just gets out the notebook and begins like sketching Ardu.
Yeah.
I posted a picture of him for y'all in case you wanted
Oh,
to see.
Did you?
Sugar baby.
Probably just a little bit bigger than that, but that's
Yeah.
capturing the spirit of the
Yeah.
dragon's demeanor.
Yeah.
Ardu responds, "There was no activity at Sasha's place.
Like she wasn't there?
She didn't leave."
Okay, well, we're gonna go into this cave, and I just figure we might be able to use your help.
Anything you need.
All right, just stick right by me. Try to stay in the shadows. Just not draw any attention to ourselves. General. Alrighty. Okay, guys. I think we're ready. If you want, I can ask Ardu to go in ahead of us, but I don't want to leave him by himself if the
You
boars
trust-
Yeah, no. We protect Ardu with your life.
You trust Ardu?
are. Yeah, I do.
That's its name.
Ardu.
Is
Yeah.
her name, his name, her name, its name.
Sure.
Their name.
Their name.
Name.
And so Arsis, I just had to let you know this is probably one of my dreams, working alongside a dragon. So I'm excited for this.
Do you want to pet him?
You pet him?
Ardu, is that okay with you?
I'll allow it.
Yeah, he says it's fine. You can pet him.
Just a very like cautious and slow like pet from Riker.
Yeah, there's absolutely zero movement from the dragon. Once you start to initiate a pet, it stays as still as stone. As you pet along the dragon scales, you can feel them kind of shiver underneath of your touch, like they kind of flicker underneath of the feel, acknowledging your touch. Kind of like a rattlesnake tail kind of would. But it doesn't appear to be threatening, and its face doesn't change for better or for worse.
Easily one of the best days of my life, just have to say.
Cannon and a dragon.
It's not
Exactly.
over yet.
Also true.
Oh no.
But
what
assuming
else?
nothing else goes wrong.
I guess
Probably
we
one
have
of the best.
Knock on
2
wood.
flamethrowers now.
Yeah. You could see it that way.
Mm.
Ardu can be my cannon. like Riker's got his.
Alrighty. And now, do you all vault yourself up the ladder?
I will climb up the ladder. Yeah, I'll lead the way.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay.
As quietly as possible.
Does the dragon climb up the ladder or does it fly?
I don't believe that it flies yet. So it should climb.
Yeah. It has some
Doesn't
kind
get
of
a flying speed until later.
yeah. It makes its way up just fine though. One moment. Okay. Awesome. As you make your way to the top, along the stone walls, peering down into the large courtyard, you see kind of a disheveled track, carts spilled over. You see some like remnants of ore that's kind of in crates and things nestled in the corners of the courtyard. But as you peer around, you don't see the boars. For Arsis, you would know that that's not wholly uncommon. You've come in here to harvest in the past, and sometimes they are just inside of the caves.
They're probably just resting. We should be real quiet.
From
And
an
I'll move aside
outside,
to let everyone else up. Mm-hmm.
from an outside appearance, nothing looks afoot. Once you're all up, there's no easy way down to the other side, just given the nature of the reason for the walls. You would probably have to pull the ladder up from the other side and drop it down to the inside of the. But that would be
Once
easy
everyone's
enough
up,
to do.
we'll probably. Yeah.
Okay. At what point would you all like to start your stealth time?
Now.
Stealth time.
Have you?
But once we get down the ladder,
Have you covered yourself in manure, or are you going sans manure?
Oh Jesus! We don't see any boars up
Mm-mm.
front.
Nope.
I can maybe put some lights down there. If they can't see the lights.
The blind ton.
Yeah, I'm saying that if I can put some lights down there, we might be able to see better and know if we need to cover ourselves in manure.
the only
All right.
problem with that is if the boars are not alone. But
It would help with visuals, but if something
I
can
mean, the
see,
manure's not going to help if the boars are alone anyway.
True.
Yeah, go ahead, Rocker. That's a good idea.
All right. Riker will cast dancing lights at the in like this cave and like light it up.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, wait. One sec. And I'm gonna actually cast Goodberry,
Okay.
and I'll hand out a couple good berries to everybody. If you feel hurt, it doesn't do a lot, but it'll keep you going. Give like 2 to everybody.
before I guess we're entering this cave, make a notion to Riker about the manure, and I'll put a little bit on me, much
You
to
make a
my
motion.
chagrin.
About the,
What?
He's asking for it. He's like, "Give me the shit."
Oh,
that's the motion for the manure.
what's the
Yes.
light radius on dancing lights? Is it 10 and 10?
Yeah, so
I think
each
it's
light
10 and
sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Oh, it's just dim
4
light.
lights.
dim lights and not even 10.
10-foot radius, dim light. And how many lights are there?
There's 4 of them, and they all have to be within 20 feet of another light.
Okay.
And how far can you throw them out?
120 feet.
Okay. We are now going to transition to a different map.
Combat
to
map.
Allow you to see.
No combat. I'm gonna stealth right on by everything.
Let me see if I can. Controlled by all players.
Oh.
So
Stop on- okay, there we go.
before we like get way into this, Rin's going to give bardic inspiration to Herc and Riker in case they want to use it for their stealth. Since Arsis and Sammy have some good stealth already.
Okay.
Much appreciated.
You
You
should
can
be
also use it for anything else, but
Probably stealth. Yeah.
you should be able to. Actually, I need to get rid of the vision. Arsis, your dragon has night vision for 30 feet, or for 60 feet. So you should be able to see inside of here.
I can see where the lights are.
Yeah, it's
I
dynamic
also have
lighting.
dark vision for 60 feet.
Oh, let me double check your. Oh, that probably works too.
Also, I can't control the dragon. Can't move.
He's an elf.
Well, he's a dragon.
Details. You're right. That.
And I'm half
token-
elf. Thank you very much.
Let me try to
She's an elf.
edit.
Elf ancestor.
Okay, can you move it now? No, you probably can't. Arsis, there we go. Okay. You should
Now
be
I
able to
can.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Go to the front.
You're technically not inside of the cave yet, but as you show
I still would have been in front of everybody.
the lights down into the cave, you can see that the track splits off in multiple different ways, and you can start to see small mushrooms poking out from inside of the train tracks and hugging along the walls.
So,
But no boars.
being
No
that I grew
boars.
up on this, and Aunt Sasha likes mushrooms.
Yes.
Obviously, mushrooms are the theme of the village.
Mhm.
Can I tell what kind of mushrooms those are?
Yeah. You can. You can easily tell at least that the one that is closest to you is a normal mushroom. I won't make you roll for that. You've been around these long enough to where you can see that the one poking out from the railroad tracks right there, the large cap, that is the standard mushroom that you sell after it's been sun dried. Okay.
All right, yeah. I think it's safe to go forward, but maybe we should put the mask on just in case.
Give me a perception check to see if you see anything additional. Because I forgot you can see further into the cave.
Nat 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
The 26.
You can see why. So weird. There are mushrooms right here and right here, kind of poking out from underneath of the normal mushrooms that appear to have pink, purple, lighter hue that are not your typical mushrooms.
Yeah, because, I mean, covering our faces will help with the manure smell as well, but we should be very careful. Don't touch anything.
Turtleneck up.
Alrighty.
Green silken scarf
Cloth.
over the face.
Fabulousness.
Alrighty.
Claw.
So, are you rolling for stealth to continue on in here stealthily? Or are you
Yes,
continuing?
please.
Okie dokie. Those of you that are covered in manure get advantage.
Yay! I love being covered in shit.
Oh, so that's a straight roll for me.
Ugh.
Plus a bardic
Gross.
inspiration if you want it.
True.
D6.
I'm pretty happy. I'm happy with 15.
I love how the rogue got
Hmm.
the lowest.
Don't think
Except
I
for
would use.
Herc.
Not happy about that.
Oh, Herc,
Happy about
buddy.
Did you roll? Did you add
D6 is
manure?
gonna help you.
I don't think the manure would help that much, honestly.
It would have
And,
given you a 3 instead of a
I'm
2.
very clean. So
Are you gonna add the D6 to raise that at all?
Might as well not.
I don't think so.
Save it for something else, buddy.
Arsis, were you covered in
Save it
manure?
for something else.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Arsis, were you covered in manure or no?
Oh yeah.
You were? Okay.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh, and I gotta make one for the dragon too, huh?
14, 15.
Hold on. One more.
14. Jesus.
Companion. Stealth roll.
Fucking garbage roll.
Yeah, Ren's definitely manured. No prob.
Echo.
Okay.
I will smack her upside the head.
That sounds like a very adequate way for that fail, but still have a group success. As getting in there, Herc can't help but point out that he hears an echo as the footfalls and the breathing. It kind of sounds like it has a little reverb, and he wants to test it out. But Sammy quickly smacks the back of his head, and you can hear the smack kind of ringing throughout the caverns.
Be a good place to play the drums.
Maybe when our lives aren't in danger anymore.
Alrighty.
So I can see pretty far. Would you like me to scout ahead?
I begin
Yeah.
instinctively moving ahead.
I mean, these lights are great, but if there is somebody in here, they're gonna see him.
True. It would just be nice if I could see as well.
Okay. Making sure I was
Listening
had everybody's
Very intently.
You're listening very intently. Okay, give me
Oh,
a perception
God, yes.
check.
Come on, do something better than a garbage roll. Hey!
Hey, there it is.
As you make your way kind of around that bend and you're kind of hugging close to the wall and listening intently, you can hear the snores of a beast nestled into a pile of mushrooms, and you can see the back of this boar also just covered in those same type of mushroom growths. It is laying there. You notice its tusks and its long snout kind of poking out, and you can hear the snoring of it. But it does not seem to be aware of your presence in this moment.
Where is it coming from?
Oh, in this general direction. You don't have vision
Heard.
enough to be able to see it.
Of course not.
I forgot.
I will.
Ooh, Sammy, watch out.
Since Herc is right behind me, I will smack him. See. And then, if Riker can see me,
Yeah, I can see you.
I will down the hallway.
Would you like me to move a dancing lights token in that general vicinity?
Only if Riker picks up on what I'm trying to do.
I think you're trying to get visual on the boar, and yeah, he would be moving. I can move the lights too.
Okay.
So,
Oh, you can. Cool.
yeah. I was just seeing if I could. So I need to move them kind of all within the general vicinity of one another. So
You've got that
Are there
one that's
3 or
all
4?
the way down the hallway.
Oh, sorry. There's supposed to be 4.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, there's
gotcha.
the 4th one. There you go.
Yeah.
And so you can
And
just
now
make out.
I see the big boy.
Mhm.
And I will try to hold Herc as he keeps moving around.
What?
The further and further you get away from the cave entrance, the darker and darker it gets. There is 0 natural light inside this cave.
No. Oh. God. I will grab Herc, I will hold Herc by the arm, not grab him aggressively, and I will point towards the boar.
Take it out. All right. I'll start moving towards the boar.
Okay. With what intention?
To strike it.
Strike it?
If that's seeming like if he's pulling on his sword, then I'm going to be right behind him.
Okie dokie. I suppose with that, then.
I think if I see that, I'm gonna start unhooking the bow and stringing it and getting it ready to go.
Alrighty, we are going to then transition.
Gotta roll initiative to see if Sammy can stop Herc before Herc.
No, I'm not stopping Herc at this point.
All right, guys, combat time.
Where's my turn order? Okie dokie.
Make sure it's clear.
It is clear, I believe.
Okay.
We successfully snuck up on the sleeping boar.
For F's sake, it didn't repopulate. Hold on, stop. It didn't repopulate until I rolled. Cave Bear. Who rolled so far? Riker
Cave
with
Bear.
a 19.
Wait, Cave Bear?
It was Cave Bear from when you guys fought out in the woods.
Oh, okay.
So Rin hasn't rolled. Herc
It's
hasn't
cave
rolled.
bears
Sammy,
for this.
Guard, bearded boar.
There's 5
Let
of
me
them.
know when
Good
I'm
luck.
ready
It's
to
just
roll.
it's just me and Riker.
Okay, yeah, you guys are
Then
ready
Red
to
just
roll now.
rolled to screw you up more.
Okay, no, you're good.
Introducing a little chaos.
How
Perfect.
in the world did you make that happen?
Yo, fucking lighting up over there.
That's just what happens when you roll a nat 20, I guess.
All right. Are we good to roll then?
I'm special.
Yeah, you're good to roll now. Promise.
Okay, perfect.
Herky, what kind of initiative are you going to get?
I don't know.
We're about to find out.
Nice.
Garbage initiative. Yes!
It's almost as good as the 2s I rolled.
But I am attacking before, like, first, right?
That is
I don't know. Do we get a surprise round on this guy?
Yeah, you'll get a surprise round.
I mean, I'm the one who's initiating the combat, right? So, like,
Yes.
I'm attacking? Okay.
Yeah, you sure are.
Alrighty.
I don't know what else is in this cave. Might want to have a low initiative to let them come to us first. Very tactical roll on my part.
I love that you put him first, even though he's last. Just
Who did?
Sort it and then go all the way down to him, and then just go from there.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okie dokie. Herc.
Yep.
I imagine I'm looking the other
Long-
direction, so I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Sword.
You hurt
I've
me when you
used
say
2
it that way.
spells so far today. Which means I only have 1 left.
Half casters for the win. Only 3 of us.
17. And if it's asleep, is it an auto crit or anything? Or...
I don't think
Prone
it's
if asleep.
I think it's incapacitated, so it's an auto crit.
That's what I would say.
sleeping incapacitated.
I mean, unless it's lucid dreaming.
Yeah,
Then
that
can
is
you
true.
really say
Yep,
it's...
they
okay.
sure are. A 17 does hit.
Roll another dice for your crit.
And then because
Is this
it's
one hand or
savage
two?
attacks, I think if I'm trying to finish it off, I'd probably go two-handed. Also, I'm Great Weapon Master too, so
Okay.
Oh wait, John. Sorry, John. Are you rolling this as unconscious? Since it's asleep.
That's what I did. Is sleeping.
Sorry, I was just going over the conditions. Just incapacitated means it can't take actions or reactions, but then with unconscious, he would get the crit on the hit.
Oh, then okay. Yeah. So if they're while the creature is asleep, they fall under the unconscious condition.
Okay, then yeah. Oh,
Yes.
and it's so it's both. It's incapacitated,
incapacitated
which is
and
a condition
unconscious.
for unconscious.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Okay. So tell me how much your total damage is.
17.
Okay. Alrighty. As you stab into the kind of where you imagine the head of this boar is, it is like just this mound, and then a tusk seems to extend from it. And you just thrust your sword down into it, and you just hear the and it kind of rustles awake, shoving your sword out of it and thrashing its head, and you can hear those same kind of coming throughout the rest of the cavern as well.
Okay.
Did you do anything else on your turn?
I think I can.
Take the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Walk into the unknown.
Well, it's awake now, so it'd get an opportunity attack, I assume. So I'm gonna stay where I am, I think.
Alrighty.
I guess I could circle around.
Cool.
All right.
Rin, it is now your turn.
Rin's going to whistle a low discordant note and dissonant whisper.
Okay. Let's make a
Oh wow, good roll.
wisdom save.
It needs 13.
And it takes half damage.
Yeah, half damage, and it doesn't have to move.
It passed.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
and
would've had
it
to.
doesn't have to move. Gotcha. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Alrighty. You can see as you make that whistle in the direction of this particular boar. You can see, even though it doesn't have eyes to squint, that it kind of furrows its brow and shakes its head to shake off the effect that's coming for it. Do you do any sort of movement? Or bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit closer, just so I can try and see a little bit more of what's going on, even though the lights are in the same place. And I'm going to get extra hot, and we're putting on Mantle of Inspiration. So everyone gets 5 temporary HP, except for Sammy.
Okie
I
dokie.
get up to 3 people.
Nice.
Sorry, Sammy.
Cool. Thanks. I'll remember that.
No,
correct
DJ, you
choice,
don't
by
get
the way.
any temporary hit points.
Oh, I know. Oh, trust me, I'm aware.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alrighty, Sammy, it is now your turn.
Okie dokie. Well,
Hey, Sammy, don't get hit in the face.
Hey, wait, does the dragon and the turret also get temporary hit points, Bria? How many
No,
people
the
is it?
3
so
people, she said.
Just
yeah.
3.
Oh, 3 people? Okay.
I'll get more once I can up my
Sam is
charisma.
going to one quick motion, pull out the rapier and shank the boar on the backside.
Get some more
Okey-dokey.
manure on
Fuck
that.
off. Bloody hell.
John, does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit, unfortunately.
I think you get it. Is it still prone? If so, you get
it
advantage.
is still prone. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. It hasn't.
Okay,
It hasn't
well, I
has its
didn't know
opportunity to
because
move
Roll
yet.
again.
a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Cool. And because I'm a swashbuckler, and there is no other creature within 5 feet of.
It's 5 feet of the enemy. So you still get sneak attack no matter what.
Okay, perfect. So then we're going to cause 14 points of damage to homie.
Alrighty, 14 points
And-
of damage.
And with that, I'm going to back off. And Mr. Boar does not get an opportunity attack against me.
Okay, is that a feature or something?
It's the
It
swashbuckler.
is.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Okie dokie. It is looking very hurt. Okie dokie. That ends your turn. It is now Riker's turn.
All right. Riker is going to move here, then here, and he is going to take the triangle on his back, set it down, and I am going to create the Eldritch Flamethrower, specifically right there. Let me bring it out.
Okay.
Are you able to shrink? It's technically a tiny creature. I don't know if you can shrink it or.
There.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know if it'll resize every time you move it or not. I hope not. But
Right. All right, and it is. And so that's my action, and as a bonus action, I'm going to activate it, and it's going to spew fire in a 15-foot cone, and I think that should just hit the boar.
okie dokie.
And that's a
dexterity
dex
save?
Yeah.
I think it takes the dex saves at disadvantage if it's prone or something like that. Either way,
so-
Yeah.
it definitely fails. What's the damage for it?
Damage on that is 5 fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah, just Riker like activates it. He turns to Arsis and says, "By the way, this is what it does,"
Oh,
and it just.
You can see as this boar becomes set ablaze by this flamethrower, and the mushroom patch that it was laying in all seem to wither away and create this hissing noise as they are burned. That this boar, as it's trying to stand up, stumbles again, and it looks like what should have killed it did not.
Great.
All right. Rest of the turn, Riker is just gonna back off a little bit more, and that's it for me.
Okie dokie.
Arsis, you got a 5? Come on.
yeah. I rolled a 2, you rolled a 3, and I still go ahead of you.
Yeah.
It is now the bearded boar's turn, and the one that is right next to Herc is going to use half its movement speed to stand up, and it
Wait,
is
the one that's next to Herc? Oh shit.
Yeah.
yeah, Herc's right. Yeah, I mean the one.
No, I
It
thought
implies there's more
No,
boars.
yes.
That's all.
Oh
like,
yes,
in
yes.
the immediate vicinity.
Yeah, I thought I made it clear that there were more
You
when
did.
I said
100%
the
Oh, you
the
did.
squealing.
I just
Okay,
didn't
yes,
realize
yes,
I
yes.
thought that was an
That
echo.
close.
The
Um,
echo. Yes, her.
it is
Oh,
going.
No.
Goes.
It is going to make a tusk attack at you.
That's a
Oh,
natural
shit.
20.
Sorry,
Oh,
dog.
It's a good thing it doesn't
damn.
have smite.
Hold up.
Oh,
You still rebarbs it.
Yes, I'm going to. You will actually see Riker, like again, not use technology. He will just literally just cast a spell, and I will cast Silvery Barbs and give advantage to Herc.
But the 18 still hits.
I'll roll again.
A
19
19 still hits.
A 19
not,
still
not,
hits.
not a crit though.
Not a
so-
crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 9 points of slashing damage.
All right.
Okay.
Which is a hell of a lot better than the almost 20 points of damage.
Yeah.
Let's use. Okay. You will see two bearded boars use all of their movement, nearly 80 feet, to charge into the fray and get right up to you. They don't have anything left to do their action, but they are definitely right within range, and that will end their turn. Arsis, it's now over to you.
Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna have
Shit.
to drop the bow. Herc, it's a half-man. What were you thinking? And then, yeah, I guess I'll pull out the short swords. I'm
Okay.
gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark, the one right in front of me first.
Okay, let's put a little marquee on there.
Yeah, just for your. Oops, wrong button. I did the wrong button thing. That one, just so you know.
Perfect.
Alrighty. And then I guess we're attacking. So short sword attack. 19.
Yeah, that hits.
And then the Drake will use its reaction to infuse the strike,
Okay.
which will add, I believe, another d6.
I think you're right.
Alright. Making sure. Strike. Another creature it sees within 30 feet of the Drake, it can see hits a target with a weapon attack. The Drake infuses the strike with its essence, causing the target to take an extra d6 of damage
Of its
determined by
type.
its draconic. Yeah.
So fire this time, right?
Yep, fire. So 7.
Right, 7. And then Hunter's Mark.
Yep. So 5.
Yeah. And then
the
flame
infused
damage.
Strike.
Oof.
Another 5.
Big chunky.
And then if again, we talked about this last time, I could favor foe it.
Yeah, I said I would allow it until I decided
got
if
stupid.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be my turn.
Okie dokie. Dealing. What is that?
17,
20.
21?
Yeah.
21.
21 points of damage. You can see as you just rend into this, and it is a deep gash into the side, and as you open up its back, you can see like this mycelium web from underneath just kind of spew out, kind of like Spider-Man's webbing from its hand. It just kind of comes out and encompasses, and you can see it try to, like, its tendrils try to pull the wound back together.
Oh my God.
You can see that it's a deep enough wound that it's unsuccessful at being able to do so. But do you do anything else on your turn?
I don't, but then it's Ardu's turn.
Okay.
And he goes immediately after me on my turn. He gets just a bite attack. Oh God. Good thing he's not real. Does a 14 hit.
A 14 does hit.
Oh, nice. And so that'll be 6 piercing damage.
Nice. Okie dokie. That's everything for Arsis and Ardu. No movement for either of you?
Oh, so 6 plus 3. So that's actually 9.
Oh, because of the... Okay.
Yeah, it says 1d6 plus PB, so proficiency bonus, piercing damage.
Got it.
Okay, so that'll be my entire turn, Drake's entire turn.
Sheesh,
We're not
30,
gonna move.
29 total damage on that one. That one was a biggin. Or
Yeah.
20... 30? No, 30 total damage. Sheesh.
30.
Herc, back around to you.
All right. I'm going to attack with my longsword.
Okay.
The boar that's in front of me.
One or two-handed, still two-handed, right? I'm gonna assume two-handed until you tell me otherwise.
Yeah, maybe
Unless
I
you change it.
should. Does that do anything? Is that a free action to take my shield out?
I'll say, yeah, to take it out, it's a free action. But if you were to if you had a shield and you wanted to drop the shield and pick up a different weapon, that's different. But stowing
I'll
or
get the shield
pulling
out.
out is free.
Now
Okay.
it's time to to not die.
Okay, so
Now it's time to not die.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
14.
14 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Phew.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
10 damage.
You can see as you make this final stab into this boar, after seeing it, what appeared to it should have succumbed to its wounds. You could see how terrible of a shape it was, but as you make the slash and you see the mycelium in it trying to hold it together, that 10 damage seemed to be just enough for it to not be able to overcome it, and this particular boar succumbs to its wounds, falling down.
All right. And then let's see. I will go this away. Ooh, that would put me in the line of fire, though. Can't really share the space. Yeah, I will go over here and ready myself to take on this bored boy.
Okie dokie. Alrighty, Bryn, it is now your turn.
So, Rin's gonna do. I'm really sorry, it's getting rough in here. Rin's gonna do Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
On that boar, just you blind, stupid thing.
Nice.
I can think of a better one later.
No, that's perfect.
Cool.
Unfortunately, even though it's not deaf and it could still hear it,
I
it
take
seems
pride
to
in
be
being blind.
unaffected by your words.
Fine.
Mostly because it doesn't speak the language.
Probably very true.
Unfortunately, I've used up basically all my bonus action items. So we're just gonna chill there for now.
Okie dokie. Sammy, it is now your turn.
All right. We're going to look at the boar facing me and gonna take a good stab at its neck. So 13 hit?
13 just barely hits, yeah.
Thank fucking
Nice.
God. So it's gonna take 19 points of damage.
Wow.
And
Alrighty.
then I'm gonna skedaddle away this way.
Okay. Sorry. Just tell me in brief few words, what allows you to be able to have basically a free no opportunity
it's
attacks?
a feat with the swashbuckler.
And it's just
Yeah,
basically
just
like
needs
if
to
you
be-
land an attack.
Not even
If I
that, you
just
just have to make an
attack
attack.
the creature.
Oh,
So
okay.
Swashbuckler allows
can
you
miss.
to be by yourself and get sneak attack, or if an ally is nearby and get sneak attack, or if he has advantage, you can sneak attack.
Yes.
Okay, sneak attack all the time. No attacks of
Swashbuckler
opportunity
much.
against them.
And
Yeah.
against that particular target, yes.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna skedaddle out of the way, and then I'm going to
He's
bonus
playing it legit, I
action.
swear, John.
No, I believe it. I for my own knowledge going forward, I can
Yeah.
look it up afterwards. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action hide in the mushrooms over here with the dead boar.
Oh, you
For a
mess
hot
with the boar
second, 'cause
guts.
I don't know what's
You're
coming on
climbing
down
to
the hallway.
boar?
Yeah, it's like Star Wars, you know?
Yeah, it's in Star Wars.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Like
All
Star
right,
Trek,
make
but better.
a
I'm
make a
kidding,
stealth
I'm
check.
kidding, I'm kidding.
Stealth check.
To be fair, I do like Star Wars more than Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, there's an 11.
It's space
Okay.
fantasy
Garbage.
versus space politics.
Do I get
okay?
advantage because I'm still
Yeah.
covered in manure?
If anything, you would get disadvantage because you're jumping into mushrooms. I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's not fun.
Wait, were you still covering your mouth?
Yes.
You can.
Does that count for anything?
I mean, the nature in which you are, like, this isn't just like you kicked a mushroom and the spores just so happened
Yeah,
to
I
come.
know.
You just dove into a pile of it.
Yep.
All right,
I'm gonna use it as cover.
let me update my tracker.
Damn it!
That was good. That was good.
Wait, you're using the mushroom as cover? The mushroom that is connected to a hive mind?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought that
Everybody
these
keeps saying this
mushrooms are
hive
fine.
mind thing around.
Yeah.
I think that's just a theory.
I guess, you know what? To be fair, you heard Arceus say in the beginning that first mushroom was just fine. You don't know the difference between any of these mushrooms, so I can see that. But unfortunately, you were wrong.
Yes, very wrong.
Hi, DJ.
Thanks,
Welcome to
Arceus.
being wrong.
Yep,
So
that's fine. Whatever.
if you were gonna be hidden, you'd have to move yourself a little bit further back there.
Get into the
Okay.
mushroom.
Yeah. That's fine. Why am I not able to select my token then? There we go. Wait, what is going on here? Okay. Like right there?
Yeah, that'll work. Alrighty, Riker, it's now your turn.
All right. I'm gonna say no to the big boar in front of me. I'm going to disengage as an action, and
Perfect.
get the hell away from it. And bonus action, I'm gonna have the cannon move right up next to it, and it's gonna blast it with fire. It needs to make a dex save.
Okay. 11.
That will fail.
Said yours is
So-
13, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it takes 13
Whoa.
fire damage.
Sheesh. That was big.
Yahtzee.
Wow.
Just comes up and just goes. "Bleh."
The scale really changes between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the hair that grows along the entire back, and also the beard where it gets its name is now singed, and fills the room with burnt hair smell, which is rather unpleasant. But
I mean, we're covered in manure, so I think it's all good.
it's just a mix of all sorts of nasty smells.
Yeah.
Shit and hair.
Do you do anything else?
No, that will be my turn.
Okay. It is now the bearded boar's turn. Does your cannon? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do beforehand.
Yep.
The boar that is right next to your cannon is going to back up 20 feet and then charge at your cannon.
Okay.
Does it get attack of opportunities?
It does not.
Okay, I was going to do it either way, but I wanted to know. So it is going to back up 20 feet, charge at your cannon, so it is now going to get the charge, which is an additional 2d6 on its attack.
An extra 7 slashing damage.
So it's a 20 to hit
Ooh, yeah, that'll hit the cannon.
for 9.
Plus 7.
I'm rolling it, okay?
Plus 6.
6. So additional 6 points of slashing damage. And
Let me see. I think
14 points. No, 15.
15. I think.
Math.
Yeah, that's just enough to kill the cannon.
ugh,
Oh,
bummer.
and he just built it today.
You can just see the look of his face, just like,
Just
"Ah."
like, no, I just built it. Come on.
Hopefully the dragon's more durable.
Slightly.
I guess we'll see.
It used all of its movement and its action, so that ends its turn.
Mm-hmm.
From further south, using all 40 feet of its movement, charging towards Sammy, who is laying inside of the mushrooms that
Which means you can't hide because it's a hive mind.
basically tell him exactly where it's at. This boar is going to take a tusk attack
But
with the charge.
he breathes in the spores, so is he one of them now?
Not yet. 21 to
Sammy's not
hit.
here to live in his shame.
I'm gonna roll it all, and then he can
21
tell
does
me.
hit me.
Okay. So 9 points of slashing plus an additional 8, and you are also prone.
How does it know that he's
It's a
there?
DC 13 to.
Oh yes. DC 13. Sorry, thank you. Is it strength saving throw?
Strength saving throw.
Yeah, strength saving throw. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Fuck,
He's knocked
failed.
prone.
And you are also prone.
All right,
You've
so
seen
I'm
The Last of Us,
taking
right?
Fucking 17 points of damage. God damn it! Fuck you. Yes, I have.
I was talking to Herc because Herc
I haven't
says.
seen The Last of Us.
Oh, okay.
I'll explain it to you afterwards. And lastly, the giant boar that is right next to Arsis is going to make the attack at Arsis. 18 to hit
That hits.
for only 10 points of slashing damage. And that will end its turn. It is now your turn.
If you guys are feeling really like down, just eat one of the berries. They'll perk you back up again. And we're going to do the thing that we did last turn, where we attack this thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna
It's a
eat a
13
berry
hit.
when my hands are covered in manure.
A 13 hits.
All right. So 8. And then we'll do Hunter's Mark damage. Oh, wait, I gotta do Concentration to make sure that's still up. Hold on. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I gotta make sure I remember.
And
I'm
I do
concentrating.
believe that we said that if you failed the concentration, it was basically dropping both the favored
Both,
foe
mhm.
and... Okay.
Yeah. Or if you want, I can do one for each.
No, we'll do one for each. Or, I mean, one total.
Okay.
All right. So 8 plus 3.
Mm-hmm. And then the dragon's reaction as well.
Doesn't it
first
also
turn was
get
just-
favored foe?
Yeah, I just. Oh, I did Hunter's Mark twice. I didn't mean to do that one. Ignore that 2 then and take this 2 instead.
I like that 2 better anyways.
It's a better 2. It's a 50-50. And then the dragon's juicy reaction as well.
1d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. plus
That
6.
is enough that it slays this particular boar. And again, because it was more than 10 damage on the single attack, it forced it to stay down.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as you can see that whatever wound it is taking that would typically take it beyond the brink of death, that mycelium web that's holding it together, trying to keep it alive, is just not able to overcome the amount of damage that you dealt.
Okay. As a bonus action, I move Hunter's Mark to the other boar.
Okie dokie, which one? The one over by Sammy or the one right next to you?
Let's do the one by Sammy.
Okie dokie.
Because the other one's hurt. And then
It is.
Ardu will come around here and attack that boar with a bite attack
Okay.
with a nat 1.
Oh.
A nat 1 misses, unfortunately.
Yeah. So that'll be our turns.
Okie dokie. Herc, it is now your turn.
Longsword attack on this boar that the dragon is also fighting.
Okie dokie.
23.
23 hits.
So he's going to use his reaction to add a d6 of fire damage to your attack now.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
because
Neat.
it reset on his turn.
Oh. Okay.
11. Oh, wait. Oh, you got to roll it then? A d6?
A
I'll roll
D6,
it.
Yeah. I can roll it if you want. Yeah, it
I'll
doesn't
roll it.
matter.
You should roll it.
No.
It's too late. You've already rolled.
7
Alrighty.
damage.
5 points of slashing and 2 points
Are
of
you
fire.
one-handed or two-handed? I thought you were two-handed.
He one-handed because he brought out a
Why
shield because he
one-handed?
wanted to live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. I love that you said "live" in quotation marks.
Yeah. I mean, he wants to
Rated.
try. And, you know, are you living if you're infected by this hive mind? Who knows? Anyways,
Yeah, Sammy, who knows?
do you do anything else? You can see that this boar is severely injured, but it is still alive.
No, it's fine.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Ren, it's now your turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast Kinetic Chant on myself as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to walk up to Herc, give him enhance ability, and I'm giving him Bear's Endurance. The target has advantage on Constitution check. It also gains 2d6 temporary hit points, which are lost when the spell ends. So that's 10 hit points. And then
Bria
Hold on.
can't cast 2 spells in one turn.
Yeah.
it's a bonus action, though.
Unless
No, but they're both leveled spells.
Yeah.
It's another
Yeah.
rule.
So you can do
a bonus action spell and a cantrip,
Yep.
but you can't do 2 leveled spells in one turn.
Yeah.
Unless
That's all I
you're a
wanted to
fighter
do.
and you have action surge. The only way around it. Or haste.
That's annoying. Okay.
Even haste.
Well, I'm still gonna keep my kinetic jaunt up, but I'm just gonna attack the bull. And then I'm gonna walk. Okay, so we're gonna do just a short sword attack.
Okay. Alrighty. Go ahead and roll for 12. That is its AC. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, I didn't roll for damage.
Let's see.
That's right.
3. You can see that this 3 points of damage should have slayed the boar. But unfortunately, that webbing holding it all together from inside after being deeply infected just kind of fuses that wound, and it is still alive.
Since I've got my kinetic jaunt up, I'm going to step away from it without
Yep.
provoking me out.
Okay. Alrighty. Sammy.
Sammy's gonna stand up, and the turtleneck
Cry.
is pulled down off of his face, and he's gonna see this boar and be like, ah! And going to attack it, or at least try to.
Okay.
Do 15 to hit.
15 hits.
And he's going to, why can I not select my token? There we go. And so 17 points of damage and 5. And can I squeeze in right in this spot?
I'll
Or is
say
that
you
just
can.
too tight?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay. Yep. That is my action, movement, and bonus action. I'm going to... Actually, hold on. If I were over here, 5, 10, 15, and then bonus action dash down this way.
Okay.
Get the hell out of the way. And there you go.
Okie dokie. Alrighty, that ends your turn. It is now Riker's turn. And then the boars. We'll get to see what they do next.
Riker is just like, come on, I just built that today. Fine, I'll use the backup. And he grabs another triangle. I'm going to use a spell slot to recreate the Eldritch Cannon.
Okie dokie.
And this one,
Sorry.
yeah, I'll create it so it'll be created right there, and it'll go up right next to that boar, and it needs to make a wisdom save. Not a wisdom, dexterity save.
Dexterity save.
And so I didn't describe it before, but like this cannon essentially looks like a normal cannon, but it has like a little like match lit in front of it, and it just like spews a bunch of like gas that lights on fire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It
That
fails.
fails. Let me roll the damage. There we go. 5 fire damage.
Okay, -5 fire damage. Again, singeing the hair on this board. And you can see some of the mushrooms, large fungal caps that are growing off of the back of this boar kind of shrivel up as well.
And I'm just gonna get like right there because I can, and that's my turn.
Okay. This boar is going to use 20 feet of movement to retreat, and then 20 feet of movement to charge and tusk attack.
Okay.
Tusk attack.
It's a 15
A
hit.
15 will miss.
15 will miss. Okay. Because it missed on its tusk attack, you can just see that as it's charging, it goes to ram, and as it's trying to ram, its tusk gets caught on the rock of the wall of the cave, and it just like throws off its accuracy enough to where it misses.
Just Riker's like preparing for the attack. He's like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah. The one up by Herc, it will make an attack at you. 11 misses. That will end the the bearded boar's turn. Arsis, is now your turn.
All right. I'll lean down, pick up my bow, and go to attack the boar that's on Riker.
Okay.
Actually, longbow. A 15.
15 will hit.
Got Hunter's Mark damage. All right. So 13 points of damage on that boar.
Okay. Alrighty.
I don't think I've got any bonus.
And your Drake can't use its reaction
No, it already did. So yeah.
because it already did.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. And so then the Drake's turn, and it'll attack the boar that's here.
Okay.
Too many buttons. Is a 14 hit?
14 hits.
8 points of damage.
Close. No scar. As it, this is a bite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I'm pretty sure this can't be infected, but yeah, it bites.
It's not a real thing.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that
It's real in our hearts.
Yeah, exactly. It bites into pulling a chunk from the boar's flesh and kind of throws it onto the ground, but it's still up, even though it shouldn't be. Is that end your turn?
Yeah. That's
Kirk.
something I could do.
I'm going to use my longsword to attack the boar. Yes?
Nothing. Just
Is that funny?
yeah. There
You're
was
laughing
like
at
yeah,
this 8?
8 misses, unfortunately.
Yikes.
Oh wait, do you still have that
Bardic
inspiration?
inspiration.
That's right, you do.
Oh yeah, how much is that? Is that it's a
D6.
A D6.
D6?
So if
Ooh,
you gotta
yeah,
roll a
yeah, I
5
gotta
or a
go for
6,
it.
I think.
You could roll a 4 even. Not enough.
Interesting.
Rip.
Interesting.
You know what?
Anything else, buddy?
I'm gonna use a bonus action
Yeah.
to make another longsword attack.
Whoa.
Except I can't do that, so that'll be the end of my turn.
I figured as much, but I was gonna let you roll. Let's see what happens. Alrighty, Bryn.
Okay, now I'm gonna do that ability. Like 2.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Now the
over.
bear's endurance on her. We can just use the roll that you had before if
Use
you
the same
want.
one. Cool.
Or you can roll another one if you want.
That was a
I'll allow
pretty
it.
good one. I think we should probably just keep that.
Yeah, I'm good with that one.
Was it a 10?
Mm-hmm.
And then step, not the lights. and then step back towards Arsis.
Okie dokie. Sammy, what do you say?
Sammy coughs up a little bit, and then
Feeling just a little tickling in your lungs. You don't know where it came from. Maybe you swallowed a hair.
fucking hell. And he's gonna move up to this boar and make an attack. 23 to hit.
I've got this one, Sammy. Go help Riker. Ah.
Yeah, 23 hits for 12 points of damage. As just kind of lunging forward and just right through the front, like right at the top of its snout, right into where you think its brain might be.
He's gonna add the fire damage to your attack. Reaction.
Okie dokie.
You get a d6, DJ. Do you want me to roll it?
Do you want me to roll it?
I don't
got
care.
I'll roll it.
It's not your attack.
Do it.
You would. Too late.
Yeah.
Already did it.
An additional 3 points of damage. Just additional smoldering. You can see the wound as you pull it out. The smoke kind of rolling
I
from
imagine
the
that
hole
every
in its
time
head.
the dragon adds the essence, it's like a puff of smoke from its nostrils, and it just coats your weapon in fire, and it
Nice.
Hell yeah.
it's like it sneezes.
Then I'll withdraw the rapier and I'll look at her like, no, you go get him. And I'm gonna go. Oh shit! What the fuck? I moved.
Are you moving my lights, dude? That's not cool.
15, 20, and I'm gonna go up here, 30, and I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Alrighty, give me that stealth check, and while you're doing that, Riker, it's your turn. This large, bearded boar in front of you.
Okay. So I'm gonna take the bonus action first and have the boar make another dex save.
Okie dokie, we can do that. Fails.
Will fail. So it first takes 11 points of fire damage.
That is enough to kill it. It had 7 left, and as long as it took more than 10 in one attack, then it succumbs to its wounds. Officially ending combat.
It's just this like smoldering, like pile of ash on the ground now.
Is
Right.
everyone okay?
Guys, I think I got it.
There's
Well
some
done.
muffling coughing coming from the corner.
No, Sammy. I will use 5 points to. Are you all right? You infected? I get you.
Not sure.
Herc, that was reckless.
What?
But
You were trying
we
to find
did it.
out more information, not kill everything inside.
Oh, Sammy pointed at the boar, and I thought he meant to take it out. Besides, now we can go in.
There might be more.
Well,
might be,
it'll
but-
be easier coming out then.
And I'm gonna pop that good berry.
You feel very full, and you gain 1 HP.
Wow.
It's more
Wow.
like I'm making death saving throws. Someone throw a good berry in my mouth.
Riker
For
is
emergencies.
Riker is just taking notes. He's like, the cam's performance slightly exceeds expectations. Very well done.
And then I'll go give Ardu a hug. He did great.
It responds warmly to your embrace.
You okay? They didn't hurt you, did they? Could be careful.
I'll be fine, I promise.
I'll kind of ashamedly help pick up the pieces of Spider Mark 1.
I'm gonna keep concentration on Hunter's Mark. It's good for up to an hour.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mr. Herc, just put the remains in here.
I'm so
I'll repair
sorry.
it.
Arsis, you were saying something about the mushrooms. Could you be a little more specific?
Well, those mushrooms there are the ones that are supposed to be in the cave. Anything that's a different color is bad. I think.
Thanks.
So don't eat them.
Don't eat, don't breathe, don't touch.
Let's not eat anything in the cave right now.
So, Sammy, just for your own notice, this right here, just south of the light that's poking out,
Mm-hmm.
that has kind of the lines in it.
Bad mushroom.
Bad mushroom. This one right next to Herc on the ground, bad mushroom. This up here,
But the other ones are good and edible.
By the way, I mean,
Ah.
I do have a flamethrower. Do you guys want me to take care of any of
Yes.
these?
Yes. Yes.
All right. I will get out of the way and have my Eldritch Cannon come up and extinguish these mushrooms if I can do that.
Wait, some of those are the good ones.
There are bad ones in there. It's fine.
Aren't
At
the
this
good
point,
ones-
I don't want to really take any chances.
The good ones are worth quite a bit, aren't they?
I think they're contaminated. So
I'm gonna try to salvage
Just-
some of the good ones.
yeah, make a survival check.
All right. I didn't use my inspiration yet, did I?
I
did.
thought you used
Yeah,
it
you
last
did.
session.
perfect.
I fail.
Uh,
Can Rin use some
I
of her
salvaged some of
passive
the bad
perception
ones.
to know that
Riker
what he
will
has
like
is trash.
Riker will activate like Mage Hand and like smack them out of your hand and be like, Mr. Herc, those
Ooh.
are the bad ones as well. I wouldn't recommend touching those.
Yeah,
Herc.
let's.
Hook. Let him handle all the mushroom.
Counting on you.
business.
Some of those. Counting
Let
on you.
him handle it.
There's a fortune in
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
We should salvage.
yeah, the
Riker,
locals would know. And
Lights.
go ahead.
I was gonna say lights down the other track.
Yes, let's press on.
Oh, we're going south? Okay. Wait, which are we talking, like over here or over here? Or over here?
Down this way, if you
Okay.
would.
This way. The tracks get busted up.
So,
over here.
John, as I'm burning like the mushrooms, is there anything that I notice? Anything that like seems odd, out of place, or do they just burn to a crisp?
Yeah, they burn like you would expect a normal mushroom to burn, the bad and the good alike. Yeah, there's nothing of note. Some of them you actually hear a little bit of a shriek, like a squealing. As they're being burned, but I guess that'd probably be the only thing really that you notice.
There's
Yeah,
a
just
cart over here and some tracks.
as we're passing by, like the especially the bad mushrooms. Just I'm having the Eldritch Cannon take care of it. Yeah.
Just
Picking
kind
up,
of
I need
setting
to
it on
grab
fire.
it.
You're okay. You
Yep.
know, we don't have to move our tokens as fully, or at least not your companion tokens. You can set it if
Okay.
we were to ever get into any combat again.
Herc, where are you going?
There's a cart over here.
Over
Yeah,
where?
they're mines. There's carts
The
everywhere.
tracks are still together. I think this is the way to get deeper in.
Looking at these particular tracks, you do notice that these, at least out of the ones that you've seen so far, seem to be the ones in the best shape from this far. This particular mine doesn't go very deep. Arsis, you would know. Towards the end of the cave, you know that there's a deep kind of crevice in the ground. But any sort of deeper portions of the cave have long since been closed, deemed as not hospitable for the
Usable.
growth of the mushrooms.
Yeah, this cave doesn't go that much deeper. There's a big hole in the ground. But we should definitely check it all out and make sure we can't find any evidence.
Hole in the ground? That sounds suspicious.
And I mean, if we can burn a few of these too, I think that would be good.
Looking for Merrick or anything that might his reason why he came in here. Doubt these little sprouts of mushrooms on the sides of the walls were the reason why he was here. There's got to be something deeper.
Like that hole.
Continuing to burn the mushrooms as you go deeper. You can notice at this point the air itself becomes cloudy. You can see in the distance as these lights go through, it looks like hundreds upon maybe even thousands of kind of floating debris, spores, just clouded.
Make sure
in
your
the back
face is
portion
covered.
of
This air's
this
real thick.
Scores of
cave.
spores.
Pull up my turtleneck again.
Maybe I should put the flamethrower forward a bit more so it can burn away at least like some of the spores.
More than welcome to. You don't have to move your canyon or canyon. You don't have to move your
You
cannon.
know, honestly, if you want, Ardu can help. He's fire type right now.
Why don't you?
Or I wanted to make a Pokemon joke, but that was too simple.
Put it out there and
Get rid
let
of those
it help the
Zubats.
cannon.
As you can see, this cannon starts to spew forth the flame, turning, kind of oscillating, trying to capture as much of the spores in its wake. Even these large fungal caps growing over, these are good ones. You know, Herc, having known how much these actually go for, up to 50 gold per sun-dried mushroom. This one right here is the one that would go for 50 gold. This massive one.
Whoa. Easy on the trigger finger there. These are worth a lot. 50 gold a pop.
Those of you...
I mean, so long it's not infected, you can try to pick it, but I mean,
Well, you
I'm
think
more
a
comfortable just
mushroom
burning
can-
everything down.
Well, let's not be hasty, because this is a livelihood in this town. We can't burn everything. Just
You want to
bad
burn
ones.
away the future?
Just, what
I'd-
looks to be bad,
I'd
and all
rather
this
burn
looks to
away
be
the,
bad.
No, I'll tell you which
Do we
ones
still
to burn.
see the pinkish, purplish, bad fungus mixed up in here, or not yet?
In this particular pack, you
Or
don't
not
happen to
anymore.
see. However, Herc, with dark vision, should be able to see the massive spire of infected mushrooms growing outside of... you can see right here is where a deep kind of canyon goes into the natural formations of the cave, and this mushroom spire is just rising up like a tiered flower, coming up, reaching probably another 6 foot above the ground area that you're in right now.
Let's leave these alone. Tell you where you want to spit fires. Right over there.
Oh,
Check out that monstrosity.
Riker like brings the lights like closer to it, and he's like, oh. Yeah. Good point.
Give me just 1 second. Oh, Jesus.
What?
Everyone can hear a stumble and a fall from behind you, coming from where you had just come from, towards the entrance of the cave, and you hear a cursing. While
Does it sound like Merrick?
Sounds like.
it's hard to tell just from a cursing. I don't know.
Who's there?
I make my way all the way up that way because I want to know who's going on, and I'll look at Riker, and as I'm passing him, I'll say, "Lights, please."
They can only go so far away from each other, but I'll do what I can.
That's 20, 25. That's
I'll
30 feet of
stay
movement
here.
right there. If I were to do like an action,
Hold on a second. It is not within, I guess, any of your views, because the lights aren't fully showing it yet. Actually, who has vision of it? Is it Arsis?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah. I guess you can probably see, just as he comes in, he is attempting to cast Hold Person on the first person that he sees, which I guess would be
Sammy.
Sammy. God. Sorry.
Okay. I'm sorry. What happened to you?
Spore
get in your eye?
Yeah, must have been an eyelash or something got dug in there. It pricked me.
Ah, yuck.
wisdom save.
Yes,
fucker.
please.
I am terrible at those. Not as terrible at strength saves, but still terrible.
Where is
Wait,
I'm
roll
looking
initiative.
for his spell save DC. I'm pretty positive it's above an
Yeah, I'm
8.
sure
You'd
it
have
beats
to
an
have a
8.
negative. I think it's a 13.
Yeah.
Actually, it's only a DC 11. Okay. But yeah. You fail. You immediately feel yourself just being held in place. But you hear Merrick call out, "I wouldn't do that if I were you. There are consequences to pay. You've already meddled here enough. I think it's time that you go."
I'm sorry.
Can I shoot him in the face with an arrow?
Sorry,
So
who?
you
What?
can
Where?
see him.
Why? Someone else there?
And they continue to walk. Do you want to shoot him in the face with the arrow?
I do. I really, really do.
Okie dokie, let's go. Hold on. We don't have time for this combat. So let me pull out the initiative tracker. I'll allow you guys to roll for initiative, and then we will call it there.
I'd like to
Nice.
make it a called shot and try to get him in a non-lethal spot, but that's the only.
Okay. Yeah.
You're a hold person.
It's 2 1s in a row for me.
Oh my God, Joseph.
2, 3, 4.
Is it? Oh, just unlucky.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You can go ahead and I'll allow you to make your attack.
15?
Does not hit. A 15 does not hit.
Okay.
As it just kind of appears to be deflected by some sort of aura. It just
Shield
clangs
throw it.
and smacks into the wall. But we will stop there and pick up next time.